Hi, I'm Bon Alson D. Sales of Grade 11 STEM Understanding, Group 10, and we were tasked to um, teach you or explain to you and determine whether the following functions are continuous at a given interval. So the interval that was given to me is number 1, 6 and 12. Number 2 is -1 and 8. And the function that was associated with it is f of x equals to the square root of x minus 6 with x, if x is greater than 8, and x squared plus 5x if x uh, is less than or equal 8. Determine whether our intervals are continuous. Let's first see if our functions are continuous at the given interval, which is 8. So the first one will be the first piecewise function. X is greater than 8. Our function will be a radical. Since it's a radical, it should always have a value. If it's 0 or has no value, it will be undefined. So in our example, it's 8. Direct substitute x for 8. So it will be square root of 8 minus 6. The result will still have a value, which is 1.414 or square root of 2. Therefore, continuous at interval 8 and infinity. Our second piecewise function, it will be x is less than or equal to 8. So the function we're going to use is x squared plus 5x. So direct substitute again. Since it's a polynomial, it will still be continuous at any given interval. But since we are going to give you an example, let's use 8. 8 squared plus 5 multiplied by 8 will be 104. If you're going to substitute it with any number from greater than 8 or less than 8, it still have a number because it's polynomial, so it will still be continuous. Any number on RB will be continuous. So for reference, our first piecewise function is x is greater than 8. It should be our A. And for the second one will be x is less than or equal to 8. Since it has it equal, it should be included. And it should be our B. So for our first one, for our first interval will be 6 and 12. Both are included, but if we see R6, that will be our problem, because in our first choice function it's a radical, and if you substitute 6 anything value 6 below, it will have no value. So therefore the function on the interval of 6 and 12 will be discontinuous.
Hi, I'm Leonard Emmanuel Ayakino. I'm from grade 11 STEM Understanding. I'm assigned to determine the continuity of a function in an interval. Our function is f of x is equals to 1 plus x squared as x is less than 3, and 2x plus 4 as 3 is less than or equals x less than 4. X plus 6 as x is greater than or equals to 4. Our interval in number 3 and 4 is -1, bracket -1 and 4 open parenthesis. In number 4 is close parenthesis 2 and 5 in open parenthesis. Since our function is polynomial, so our interval is automatically will be a continuity. But I will give you an example. X less than 3 as f of x is equals to 1 plus x. We need to substitute the x. We need to substitute the x into negative 1. So, it will be 1 plus negative 1, our x, to squared is equals to 2. So, therefore, our interval is continuous at the negative 8 and 3. In number 4, we use the x greater or equals to 4. X is greater or equals to 4, then f of x, our f of x, we use x plus 6. So, x plus 6, substitute the 5 in x. So, it will be 5 plus 6. Add it, then it will be 11. Therefore, our interval is continuous at 4 infinity. Now, since all our functions are polynomials, any values will be continuous. Therefore, our intervals in problem 3 and 4 are continuous.
Hello, my name is Caleb Merledes and I'm here to do the number 7 that I was assigned to. So, our interval is negative infinity and 2. And our formula is f of x square root x cubed plus 2x squared plus x plus 2. And since our interval is negative infinity and 2, we're gonna do first is 2 since we're just gonna substitute x to 2, so just like this as we come up. F of x square root quantity 2 cubed plus 2 quantity 2 squared minus quantity 2 plus 2. So since 2 cubed is 8 plus 2 quantity 4 negative quantity 2 plus 1. So 2 quantity 4 is 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16, and our negative quantity 2 plus 1 is 0. So our square root is 16 and is equal to 4. And since we're done with this side, with the two side, we're gonna go to our negative infinity. So like here, since our negative infinity doesn't have a value, what we're gonna do is we're gonna example negative 3 as our value. So f of x square root quantity negative 3 cubed plus 2 quantity negative 3 squared minus quantity negative 3 plus 2. So since it's negative, it will be undefined since it doesn't have a value. So,
Good day everyone. I'm Siron E. Espiritu and I'm going to discuss my answer number 6. F of x equals to is equal to square root of x squared. X raised to 3 plus 2x squared minus x plus 2 at the point 3 and 12 as x approaches to 3. So substitute natin yung x sa 3, so by square root of 3 raised to 3 plus 2 times 3 squared minus 3 is equal to 44 plus then copy plus 2, so by square root of 44 plus 2 is equal to 44. The square root of 44 is equal to 6.63. Then can come up the other problem is 12. F of x equals to is equal to square root of x raised to 3 plus 2x squared minus x plus 2. I-substitute natin ulit yung x sa 12. So, by square root of 12 raised to 3 plus 2 times 12 squared minus 12 is equal to 2004. Then, copy plus 2. Square root of 2004 plus 2 is equal to 2006. Square root of 2006 is 44.78. Therefore, the function is continuous on the given interval.